Hey, what's up everybody? This is OVERPOWERED and today I want to show you guys a glitch that is somewhat usable for every single character that allows you to pretty much have terror applied to yourself all of the time. And for some of the characters, I would consider this a bit more of a glitch, and some of them, it's just kind of a mechanic. I think two of the classes specifically, it probably shouldn't be doing this really, but it's usable on pretty much every class in some way. So what you're going to need is any new anointed terror buff that gives you on action skill end, apply terror to yourself every 5 seconds for the next 18 seconds. So how this actually works, since terror lasts 15 seconds and refreshes it refreshes that 15 seconds every time you get a new stack of terror, this actually lasts, I think the numbers are around 30 seconds. I think people were getting out of their test, so it lasts much longer than that. And you can constantly have it continuously going, because after every action skill end, it'll do this over again, so you can have it on yourself pretty much an unlimited amount of time. Now we're going to go on every character. You can also get this on everything. You get this on shields, grenades, and weapons. So whichever one of those, I recommend trying to get on a shield or grenade. But now we're going to do it on every character, and I'll show you guys how you can do this the most easy way on every character. So first off, we're on Amara. This is pretty easy. This one maybe isn't considered as much of a glitch as a couple of the other ones, because there's actually other abilities that this works off of. But you're going to want to use, and if you're wanting to just have, to constantly have this active on yourself, just use any grasp ability, so any of the variations of grasp, and just don't hit anything. So if you don't hit anything, if you don't know, grasp instantly comes back off cooldown, so it's basically not used, and you can just constantly reuse it, and it'll activate that buff, and you can just do it an unlimited amount of time. It's very easy on Amara to do, so any grasp ability. So now we're going to go on to Moze. So now we're in Moze, and the reason I want to do Moze second is because this definitely is a glitch, and this is the absolute worst character to do this on. Just like everything else that has anything to do with ability uses or abilities, Moze is absolutely pretty much useless when it comes to that. But you can still do it on Moze, especially since you never use Iron Bear in combat really. So pretty much what you do, you just get into Iron Bear and then hold left control for PC, whatever the equivalent button is for consoles. And then it will activate. As you see, it's activated. And since you never use Iron Bear, my Iron Bear should be off cooldown again. It definitely will be off cooldown before the effect is even done. So you can have this an unlimited amount on Amara as well, even though it is much worse because you're having to go in this mech and then hop back out. It takes quite a bit longer. So that is how you do it on Moze. Okay, so now we are on Zane, and I think this is one of the two classes that I would much more categorize as an actual glitch, because this is something that's usable in a few other glitches, and I don't think this is something that's really intended for how the abilities are supposed to be used. So you can do this with actually every ability on Zane. You can do it with a barrier, you can do it with his drone, SNTL, or you can do it with your Digiclone. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to ability cancel. Now, whatever ability you have, you're just going to use that ability right when you click it, go into your inventory or go into your menu, pretty much your inventory, whatever you want to go into your map, whatever keybind you want to use to get directly into it. As you can see, I have the shield on that gives you the terror on action skill end. And what's going to happen is it's not going to put your ability on cooldown. So as you can see right there, I just clicked my ability, my barrier, and went right into the menu. The barrier is not on cooldown, and now I'm getting terror. Now this can be done with everything. So you see I have the drone on. You just click it and then go into the menu really quickly. And that worked there. The drone is not on cooldown, so I can still use it, and the terror is still being applied. And you can use this with Digiclone as well as the barrier and the SNTL drone. It works the same way for all three. You just click the ability, and right when you click the ability, you want to just go into your inventory, and then your ability won't be on cooldown, and you'll get the terror for, I don't know, around 30 seconds, I think is the tested time. So now let's go to the last character, Flak. Okay, so now we are on Flak, another character that I would definitely consider a glitch. Now, this is only able to be done with Gamma Burst. So if you're running a build with Gamma Burst, you can do this. And it kind of has to be outside. I know you can do it inside on some interiors, but it has to have a decently high interior ceiling for this to be able to work. Basically, what you're going to be able to do is you're just going to take Gamma Burst, you're just going to look up in the air, and you're going to use it. Now, as you can see, it's using my Terra, and the Gamma Burst now turned like a blue, and you can do this as much as you want. As you see, if you do it again, it'll turn it unblue again, but it will still just, so I can just spam this like this, and it's constantly reapplying that. And even when it's blue, you can still use Gamma Burst, so that's just a bit of a visual glitch, which is another reason I think this is pretty much more of a glitch. Now, also, if you're running a flak, a fade's not going to really work that well unless you have a really big cooldown if you want to do just like a normal build. And also a rack attack build, since it has multiple charges, even though it's not like a glitch or anything, and it's not guaranteed to basically always have you terror or terrorize, you're probably going to be able to stay terrorized a majority of the time with a rack build anyway. So even though it's not a glitch, that's still a pretty good way if you're using an actual rack build. So that's how you're able to very easily keep up terror on yourself, on every character. A few of them I'd consider glitches, a few of them not really. But this is super important because even when terror is gone, even when the items aren't dropping anymore, which is why you should be farming a ton while Bloody Harvest is going, a lot of these anointed effects are some of the strongest in the game. Like the terror crit damage increases like 90% crit damage at max terror for that weapon, which is massive. Like, I think that's probably the strongest anointed in the game. Then you have the one that can shoot multiple, that has a chance to shoot extra projectiles that basically is glitching right now and constantly stacking that up. You have the health regen ones, which are really big defensive utility and defensive survivability increases. So these terror anointed effects are incredibly strong. So having a way to keep terror on you all the time very easily with every character is going to be really helpful in just massively increasing your power on whatever your build you're using. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more Borderlands 3 content. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you think about these glitches, what you think about Borderlands 3 as a whole, and thanks for watching.